My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Against the Storm, where in the last episode we established the settlement of Willowshire and didn't really do much trade at all. In fact, we locked ourselves off from the possibility of trading, but we did manage to cut into a bunch of glades because glades themselves did not give us hostility and have a ridiculous time. If you did not see that episode, I would highly recommend it because it was a good run. This run, ruined settlement. A lot of ruined buildings can be found nearby. So I could either settle... I mean, this is slightly nearer to the smoldering city if I settle one of these two locations rather than the Royal Woodlands. So a Coral Forest location. Coral Forest locations give us diverse flora, so the trees have different resources in them. And also we get a bonus 5% chance of earning yields and production and gathering, from production and gathering rather, for each hostility level. Is that what I want to do? What if I established over here near Willowshire? I could start building out to this question mark, figure out what that is. We could go to a Scarlet Orchid. Oh boy, we could go to a Scarlet Orchard. Do we want to do... No, no. Maybe? No. Yes. I kind of need a couple more machinery at the moment though. This isn't being settled. This is near Willowshire. Give me another town to support. No. I'm just gonna take this location. It's nearest the smoldering city. It's just gonna be a kind of blank base for a trade hub, realistically. Average amount of fertile soil, love to see it. So I could start with 36 more roots, 24 biscuits, 36 fewer mushrooms, 36 fewer berries. Okay, I'm not making that clear at all, unfortunately, here. This one has more, I mean, this one has an advanced food stuff in biscuits, this one has planks, this one has crystallized dew on the bottom. Do I want people? I kind of do, because I do like the idea. I mean, I'm looking for ruined buildings, so I want to go into the glades as quickly as possible. If I want to go into the glades as quickly as possible to find those ruined buildings, then I'm going to find soil that I can actually farm. So I'm going to take the people and the beebles. We're also going to be taking some planks in with us as well as coal. So taking plank and coal in, if I take in some stone... I'm also going to take in some clay. Stone and clay. I'm actually going to remember this time as well to name my settlement. Jazzington. I very much only have the names in my mind, I guess, of a regional English borough. Well. Jazzington embarks. Let's go. Okay. Important matters. Impatience grows 70% slower during the drizzle season. The Queen seems preoccupied with more pressing matters. Neat. We have Looming Darkness as usual. Discovering a glade during the storm will decrease global resolve by 10 for 3 minutes, so we're definitely going to want to avoid that. Muddy Ground, the off-road speed is decreased by 30%. Both of those are active from Hostility 1, and then these are only active from Hostility 4. Blight Rot has begun to mutate, making a more invasive strain. Production buildings also generate Blight Rot during the storm. And Sacred Flame rituals. Only the Sacred Flame can protect the settlement from the darkness surrounding it. Pay 3 wood for every villager. If you don't, they will leave. I'm just going to avoid triggering either of those. I think we are still within the period where that's a reasonable thing for me to say, and then pretty much just guarantee execution upon. We got 1 lizard. Okay, so no harpies for this run. We're not going to be heavily focused on education then. Actually, sometimes I think the inefficiency of my opening setup with the roads is actually affecting us negatively, so I'm gonna trim that down to just around the health. Let's have a look at the blueprints. We're not necessarily gonna use it. Oh, I mean, Forager Camp and Trapper Camp both on offer. So with that Forager's Camp, I would not need a Trapper's Camp at all, because Scavengers can take eggs. So the Forager's Camp would cover vegetables and insects for me. I also do really like the idea of actually getting the market up early. I know this is something that I was kind of teasing doing last episode, and then we didn't do it for a really long period of time, but the global carrying capacity increased by 10. That's just like having a harpy in the hearth, which is powerful. It is very powerful. I'd love to have a harpy in this hearth right now if I could. Can't, so I don't. But if I did, I would, and I'd be happy about it. I'm taking the Forager's Camp. I think I'm happy enough with that choice. Leatherworker, clothier, grill, and forum. Leisure and education, so that actually does fulfill everything. It gives leisure and education to the beavers. It gives leisure to the humans. It gives nothing to the lizards, unfortunately. Clothier does give coats to everyone, but I don't take care of coat production before I take care of fabric production. Fabric production comes first, then coat production. So we'll take the fabric production from the leatherworker. Then it offers me the weaver immediately afterwards. How dare you? Planks. Do I want slightly worse plank production in the carpenter, but better simple tool production? I think I do, and part of the reason for that is because we are going to get small amounts of crystallized dew consistently just while chopping down trees. So while we chop down trees, we're going to get wood. We use the wood to make the planks, and then we use the planks to make the planks and the crystallized dew that we also get when chopping down wood in order to make simple tools to actually operate with the events that we're opening. Carpenter, unfortunately, is a little more initially expensive, but it's only in terms of planks, which we have a bunch of. Large problem for us right now is that we need to find some fabric quite quickly. Oh, yep, up to the top left. That's exactly where we're going first. Has a nice little position to nestle a new hearth if I want to rustle one up that quick. Let's also make sure that I put down the essentials. I mean, you know, I would tell them to prioritize the woodcutter's camp at this point, but I don't think it's actually going to make a difference right now. I should have done it earlier, though. Let's put the crude workshop there. I'm not going to put down the makeshift post just yet, because sometimes I avoid doing any of that. It basically comes down to the orders that I need to fulfill. So, for fabric, 2 bricks, 2 planks. Don't need you to make any of those. So, just going to throw you in there immediately. Flame amulets, dye extractor, and leather gloves. Leather gloves! So there are actually reeds on this map. Having leather gloves and being able to get extra reed production would pretty much solve our entire fabric chain immediately. Flame amulets would allow me to keep the hostility lower while I keep a bunch of woodworkers. The thing is, I actually want the hostility to be high on this map because it increases my chance for extra yields. But, well, actually, I want it to be high, and I'm fine with it being above 1 as long as it's below 4, where the final parts of the storm activate. So honestly, flame amulets is not good for me. Dye extractor for 5 pigment from every 10 insects produced. I think that's pretty good as well. But I don't exactly know what I'm using pigments as here. Let's look at it in ingredient. I mean, I don't even have pigments right now. Show all, though. Pigment. Use them to make scroll, trade goods, scrolls, cosmetic. Yeah, it's not ideal for us. So we will go with leather gloves. Pretty happy with that, though. I'll be even happier if I can actually find something I can use leather gloves on right now. 10 planks would give us 10 planks, 10 fabric, and 10 bricks. That's insane. I'm so pleased. Immediately we can turn that in. Complete any 2 forbidden dangerous events, or +1 to the reinforced production with only 5 building materials. That pack of 5 building materials. 5 building materials. So that's going to be 30 planks, basically, I have to invest into that. Although I have a carpenter already. And then I would have +1 saw blade production in the carpenter. Let's quickly look. Yeah, there's no copper on this map. So copper production increase doesn't really make sense to me. And again. Foragers camp. Sure, already have that. I've also funded the expedition, immediately completing that, giving me another blueprint. Brickyard, the ability to get brick production up off the ground. We could also get provision and flour production from the provisioner. Packs of provisions are made out of berries, insects, meat, eggs, and herbs. We could really do like trade, like focus if I take the provisioner right now. And we can make pies and biscuits on the side. I'm doing it. Gosh, this is a really early provisioner. Am I okay with this? I need to get a trading post down first to even really utilize it. I mean, I should also turn off coal consumption. And did I didn't turn off biscuit consumption at the very start, did I? No, I didn't. Yes, I'm out of biscuits already. Or maybe I didn't even bring biscuits. That might have just been only for beavers by themselves. Bring biscuits. Lonely beavers bring biscuits. Okay. What I really want to do now is actually just get up all of the facilities. So there's the carpenter. Here's a leather worker. The provisioner. Again. On the bottom side, I guess? Yep. Jorg's coming after the next storm, it looks like. Hello, Harmony Spirit Altar. You want some coal? I got some coal for you. You'll give us 2 global... Whoa, no, you don't give us 2 global resolve, but once our villagers' needs are met, Harmony is fostered. Okay, so each unique service building adds to the global resolve. Yep. We'll take that. And resolve drops 500% faster is all we're risking, and Drizzle hasn't even started yet. Yeah, we just go and solve the Harmony Spirit Altar immediately. Great. Up here, we also have some patches of vegetables, so I can start digging into them with a forager camp. Put a forager camp down, get some vegetables and some insects at the same time. As soon as I have that, I'll have the forager camp delivery up. Oh, this is working grand. Okay, so now that I have planks and fabric production in different areas, I'm turning both of those off. We can only make bricks here in the crude workstation at this point. And your fabric production, I mean, honestly, you should probably kind of accept any of those, but I'm not going to turn them on just yet. I actually should probably staff this now. with at least two workers, I think. All right. Let's also move these woodcutters camps to be a little closer to their targets, open up some more space. We also see here, let's say, avoid glades except marked, propagate that across, and then open up a little bit of the farming area there. I don't yet actually have the farm to put down, but I'm pretty well positioned to do it as soon as I get access. Also going to take a makeshift post, pop that down, and scaffold out some more area. Now that I know I'm actually using that area. I'm also, wait, I'm gonna prevent that just in case I want to put a stonecutter's camp just there, which I really do. It's just I don't have the workers for it at the moment. Let's have a look at our trade routes. Water skins, eggs, scroll pie, crops, luxury goods, pie, scrolls. So Jonton and Willowshire are gonna consistently ask for similar things here. Pies and scrolls. They're part of marshland settlements. I mean, I would happily fulfill those if I could, but they're kind of out of our way at the moment, unfortunately. Well done, we're making some simple tools, hell yeah. Only spirit altars, ultimately. Gonna be fine. I mean, it's not gonna give us any resolve for a really long period of time, unfortunately, which is gonna be slightly sad. But it'll be okay. So, for planks, you're a carpenter, and you can be stocked with beavers. You can make a maximum of 50 at any time. Actually, sorry, we're in the early game, 25. Actually, hang on. Even further than that, you can make a maximum of 25 of those, until I decide any of these are more important. That's the maximum you can do. 10 for building materials, 25 for this, 10 for crops, 16 for the simple tools, 10 for the luxury, and provisions I'm setting to 25 because I actually have better provisions creation already. I always do like having the, so it's 5 wood to make 2 planks here, or I can use 8 wood, or rather, and then I can use 8 wood or 2 planks in order to make simple tools. So it's better to run it through the first planks first, but obviously I'm also dealing with the amount of time it takes to do that as well as the Blightrot footprint. So the efficiency is slightly marred there, sure, but I think it's still reasonable enough to estimate that to be fairly accurate. Yeah, I've got enough stone that it doesn't really make sense to start collecting more. I mean, this can be moved for free, so I don't have to decide its final positioning right now. So, sure, it goes right there. Which is important, because then I want to put down another small hearth in a different area. Is that where I want to position it? Not really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can put it over by 5 as well. Honestly, this makes it further than I want from a lot of resources. But I guess it also makes the back area up there more accessible. So it'd be there, there. So it's just sliding up this line until we can actually afford to place it. Fine. Let's wrap that around, then get a warehouse down. Yeah, I kind of want to make it as far up as possible. Okay. Throwing a path down through and across there. Great. So I think I can construct all of this. Basically just need some more planks. All of mine is set. Yeah, I'm not going to be opening any storms, any glades right now. I'm also not on enough hostility to even trigger creeping shadows, so no actual worries going into that. Got some pre-workers ready to build stuff, but they're not doing an incredible job at it right now. Please make things faster. Prioritize this half. Improvised tool. You know? How about hostility is reduced by 15 points every time you sell goods worth 25 armor? But I don't want to reduce my hostility. Why? I also don't really want to be killing a villager every time I go into an undiscovered glade. I'm going to re-roll here. Baptism Fire. Every 3 burnt. Blight Rots. Lower hostility again. Don't really care about that. Boosts global resolve by 3 for 60 seconds every time you finish a trade route, and that stacks. The duration stacks. Cheap construction's also kind of interesting. All buildings cost 40% less, but each discovered resource node has 5 fewer charges. I'm gonna take the frequent caravans there. I think I still need more beavers as my main priority. Carpenter certainly wants them. Ooh, we've even got copper bars. I always wonder if I should start paving these roads as well for the extra 10% speed increase. Jug! Welcome to my camp, Jug. I don't really have much to offer you at the moment. Herbs, copper ore, training gear, biscuits, roots, trade goods, planks. Well, I could sell some planks theoretically at some point, but I don't even have any provisions. Roots? I could sell roots. But I don't really have any money to buy anything from you that I then intend to sell afterwards. That's a stretch too far for us at the moment. You cannot make eggs. Don't make eggs. Just make the roots. You're fine with just the roots. Where can I take a lizard away from? I guess I can take one away from the hearth. Pop that in the leather worker for getting some fabric. This makeshift post as well. This is going to be the way that I make the building materials. I only need a total of actually 5 from this building though. And I'll give you whoever you need to do it. We also have 2 more free humans for the scavengers camp right there. Hop on in. Our orders give us happy lizards. Keep lizards resolve above 16 for 30 seconds. Farmers carry additional items. I like the idea of farmers carrying additional items. Population influx here as well gives us 5 new villages as well as 2 wildfire essence at the same time. I'll take that, sure. Lizards are going to be difficult to make happy for a little bit here anyway. Need for biscuits fulfilled as well as 6 human houses. And those human houses will be immediately filled with humans. 5 humans join the settlement. I really want a bunch more humans, yeah. I've already set myself up with flour production as well from the provisioner, so I feel pretty comfortable for half of population influx as well as half of human relatives. Let's just the other halves that spook me. I do need to have some provisions on hand if I actually want to be able to affect anything. You know, via my trade routes and all. Okay, leatherworker, you've run out of the ability to make fabric. Fair enough. We've barely got any building materials. I probably don't need a second human working that makeshift post at the moment. So I can get another human and another lizard into another woodcutter's camp. I mean, I don't even need to continue cutting that area, I don't think, at the moment. And this one, just move also kind of closer in. Both of those are avoiding glades except marks. That's fine. We're low on fuel. I've told you you can't burn coal because I'm using it for other stuff at the moment, but you can burn coal if you absolutely need to. But I think we are going to be able to get enough fuel from wood just having the shorter trip distances that we now have. See? You're gonna make one more of the there you go! One more building materials! Because you've got 2 in here, you translate those 10 into another 2, great, that's big delivery complete, and I will actually have more plank production after that as well. Thank heck. Forager's camp as well. I mean, I still kind of need new people to be able to do that. Medium amount of cash. I mean, I do have simple tools now after as a result of a lot of our other actions. I could see myself keeping the goods here because those eggs would very happily form some more provisions for us. And then the copper bars are also really good for making more simple tools. You'll have finished your job with respect. You have not finished your job with respect to planks. It's just there's not any wood in the environment for you to use anymore. I'm gonna get one of you in there upkeeping plank production. And then these 2 can go to the medium abandoned cache and open that. What are you giving us as a bonus? Queen's Impatience growing 25% slower. Yeah, it's probably handy for us, frankly. Big delivery. Okay, +1 to our plank production after this point, as well as 20 bricks and 4 simple tools as well. One blueprint shows us brewery, as well as Druid Hut, Cookhouse, Tinkerer. I think I have enough simple tool production already. Yeah, it's already 2-star even. I thought it was 1-star. Ale does appeal, though. This also gives us the ability to do pickled goods as well, which the beavers and lizards each like, but the ale really is what's appealing here. That would also be a way for me to utilize wheat from the environment, as well as roots, as well as... no, just wheat and roots. And I have a +2 to ale production, I think, as soon as I finish a quest. No, it's not a quest. It's as soon as I open this medium abandoned cache, so we'll get +2 to any allotment of ale produced. I like it, but I don't think I need to select it right now because I'm not going to make it just yet. I'm not going to make any of those just yet if I select them. I can't do with any fewer woodcutters. I'm barely making my fuel requirements right now. I definitely can't. You need to let go of those planks and get out of that. Village's off-road speed is decreased significantly. Discovering a glade would harm us infinitely. I really don't have resources to sacrifice here. So do I actually want to lower my hostility by reducing my woodcutting? I don't want to, but fine. There you go. I'll have to take one more woodcutter off as well, apparently. Now, having lowered our hostility enough there, we'll possibly be able to actually finish constructing that small hearth. Maybe even a forager's camp or two. I'm initially going to set them only to be able to take insects so that I can actually turn in the mission. Actually, I'll throw a human into one of them because humans do better production there, and then just swap over until I've got 3 humans in the forage camps instead, and 1 more human. There we go, all 4. Beautiful. Possible double producers. It's still the brewery, the cookhouse, and the tool area, if we wanted those. Fungal guide. +1 to mushroom production for each time it's grown. Not great. Leather production's increased. Not great either. Yeah, I'm just going to take a grain delivery line. Give me 3 grain per minute. I mean, I'm going to need more grain than that if I'm actually going to focus on doing grain-related things, but I'm comfy at the moment, I think. Let's try and free up again. A couple more of the beavers. Forager's camp will be handed in soon, giving us 2 new villages, as well as an increased speed of insect production. Well, not increased speed of it, increased yield. +1 insect per production chain. Alright, small hearth. Finally, we'll have a second one up as well. Still no housing whatsoever, which I should probably address pretty soon. Seems like a big mistake not to have done that. Okay, this scavenger's camp. I think it's time to disband you. I still don't have a farm, unfortunately. It's not being offered either. I kind of need the farm in order to run the brewery. But I'm gonna want the brewery as soon as I have the farm. Wah. I'm not finding any of these ridiculous amount of ruined areas I was supposed to have, right? Well, there's supposed to be a whole mess of little things for me to take over in this area. With the plank production back online and upgraded, I'm just immediately gonna get lodging for 8 beavers down here. I know I only have 7 beavers on camp at the moment, but we'll work with that first. So 6 humans in the other area, so I'm looking for like 1, 2. I'm not really going to be able to house that many humans quickly, unfortunately. Can I get even faster plank production at all? Kinda. I'm taking one woodcutter out to do it. Although they're going to chomp through all of that wood really quickly now. Hopefully making a pretty decent amount of simple tools the entire time as well. Clearance is up next? You know what? I think we need to break into a new area. So Hilda. General Trader. Unfortunately, I still don't really have the ability to sell anything to you. 5 building materials? Would you take those? Would you be happy with those? Would that fulfill you? Trapper's Camp is not important to us at all, actually. But the small farm is. There it is. Grain production online. Get the second woodcutter's camp moved over there as well so that it can actually capitalize on that. So Hilda, how about your perks? Woodcutters move 20% faster. Small farm was one of your perks. Could have just picked up the blueprint for it there. I mean, might as well have lizards actually working those jobs instead of just keeping them as free builders. Don't need that many free builders at the moment. Choose an order. Rebuild or salvage buildings found in the forest and bags of provisions. I should be so well positioned for that. Ancient templates as well as cutting through to glades. We are cutting through to glades. Would I make the monastery? Green brew is +3 global happiness, isn't it? Religion and leisure. Religion 2 people like, leisure 2 people like. Yeah, I would take that as soon as I have the ability. The only problem is, if I take archaeology, I want to take it right now, but if I take religious rites, I kind of can hold off a little bit. I'm going to take the religious rites. Largely because I just haven't done that recently. Low on fuel, eh? Small destroyed caravan is giving -5 to global resolve while we're working on it, but in return, it will give us workers assigned to glade events can carry 5 more items, as well as 20 ale and 25 flour. I'm pretty keen to take that. So it's -5 to global resolve, so that will put the insects under, unless I favor them. One of these days I'm actually going to have to make some provisions. What with this whole trade empire I'm trying to do. The provisionless trade empire. Simple. You give me money. End of transaction. That makes it sound more like an extortionate business, but no, it's more like I will sell you nothing. Like, I do not understand the concept of sale, so therefore I will offer you an empty gesture, an open palm, and expect money in return. That's the idea of this camp. Up until a certain point when we, effectively, bought Bitcoin day 1 and then sold very soon after and then never re-upped into the economy. We will suddenly become very wealthy at some point. It's still pending, though. Okay, small farm can go down now. Happily knowing it will get all of those. Wait, so 1, 2, 3, 4 line. So yeah, that wouldn't even fit, unfortunately. That's okay. It's just going to be a little bit of a shorter area than it otherwise might be. Use that to make farm fields. And then I'm going to tell you not to make vegetables, only make grain, because I'm going to be using that to make ale. And I can already get a bunch of vegetables from the moss broccoli patch outside anyway. Okay, everyone's resolve just went real critically low. And I also do not have fuel to actually sacrifice at the moment. So I just need this event to complete, which it will in 5 seconds. Ta-da! We've immediately got the perk, so workers assigned to glade events can carry 5 more items. Boo-ha! Yay, well done. Action provisions. Let's see if I can actually send anything out. Yeah, I've got a decent amount of grain, decent amount of herbs I could send out. I could send 2 shipments to Johnton immediately. There's quite a lot of appeal in doing that because sending 2 shipments to Johnton would level up my relationship with them, and then I would have the ability to get better sales. Also, I'm making grain at a better rate right now, so I think I can sell as much grain as possible in order to get a bunch of money, and then I'm only going to sell a small amount of herbs, just to increase my trade relationship there. I have insects you can use to make provisions at this point. That small destroyed caravan is going to be finished with human work soon, and then I can just immediately throw those 2 humans into the small farm. Or maybe even the 2 new humans we're going to get here. Newly discovered resource nodes have 10 extra charges, or 3 barrels for, yeah, 3 barrels for every 10 planks produced. Great way for me to get barrels without actually having to focus on it, and that kind of locks down our ale production already. We have grain, we have barrels. We do not have the temple just yet. Sorry, the temple. We do not have anywhere we can actually drink the ale just yet. Zoning laws are ridiculous in this town. It is a dry city on every single street, except for the back left closet in Jim's house. That's where you're allowed to drink alcohol. Unfortunately, we do not know where Jim lives with respect to our current settlement, so we're gonna have to find ourselves some sort of monastery or a tavern or whatever for enjoying that responsibly. Yeah, that event is done now. Yeah, event done. Definitely taking the new people, and man, breadth of different options we can get here. I want more people, and this is also just eggs, which I can use for making provisions quite effectively as well, knowing I'm not really using them for anything else at this point. Okay, we're in a new season as well, so new trades are available. Although, unfortunately, I can't fulfill literally any of them. Are there any that I could even work to fulfill? Ancient tablet, trade, resin, pigment, berries, kind of, pie, maybe? No, I can't cook pie. I don't know how. This hub. I've got more stone than I need at the moment. Like, I almost want to just destroy this stone rather than actually picking it up. Let's keep one of you in there to constantly keep making planks. And we'll also open this. Bricks, reeds, and herbs. Honestly, getting more just different kinds of resources, even if I don't intend to immediately use them, is pretty good for trading, at least. What do you mean, idle? Oh, we had them only collecting insects so far. They've run out of insects to collect. There you go. I mean, collect everything then. Get one leather worker in here, starting to make the plant fiber into a decent amount of fabric, just so I'm prepared for any of the service buildings I may need to generate. Trader's on the way in 2 minutes and 45 seconds. That will be before the next storm, thankfully. No ruins yet to rebuild or salvage. Still waiting on that. Huge stone deposits. Obviously, that's going to be dragging out that way. These woodcutter camps still need to move. They can be way more efficient in different areas at this point. Yeah, I mean, I'm also still going to need one of you back up here at some point to actually help clear around this hearth. So sure, void glades except marked. Y'all are here for making a bunch of provisions. Don't need to make any more after this point. You could continue making flour. Don't even need to make that at this point, though. So, still no tradables for us. Ancient Hearth is actually high enough level now that I can just build out a small zone of safety for myself. Hang on. Let's get one pipe ending there. So that's 4 comforts. And then night fan. So that's 4 aesthetic. And then I just need 4 more comfort. I mean, yeah, I could put a park in an area or something like that. Right there. Park a park up there. It just feels like it's going to constantly get in the way no matter where I put it. I mean, here isn't bad, especially because I can actually just nestle a woodcutter directly next to it if I need to. Can't move the leatherwork, I can't move the provision, I can't move the carpenter. My concern rises. This was a lot of pre-preparation around the idea that I was going to get this to the next level of camp afterwards. It's not going to get to the next level of camp soon afterwards, so I'm just going to prepare. Get my +2 global resolve, that's good enough. No need for more. Wait. You aren't avoiding void glades except marked. Oh, yeah, I told you to cut into that, I guess. You know what? Soldier on. My apologies for even questioning you. I'm not finding that much fertile soil, despite what I'd been led to believe. Woodcutters can move 20% faster. I have some trade routes to sell some ale at the moment. I could maybe try and get some roots. So if I sold 55 roots to Johnton, I would get 15 amber back. It would cost me more than that in order to buy them initially. That's not a good deal, I don't think. Unfortunately, yeah, ale is the only thing that people currently want to buy off me, and I don't have that much of it. I mean, yeah, I'll sell some of it to Willowshire, but feeling a little bad with all of these inactive trade routes at all times. Woodcutters move 20% faster is quite appealing right now. I'll take it. Here we go, increase our relationship with Willowshire as well. This trade empire is kind of shaping up a lot less like that than I wanted it to. Building the capital. 20 building materials. I already have 5 of those on hand, so I only need to make 15 more in order to get 10% faster move speed. Plus 2 to meat production is really good when you get meat from trees, but I have to give Lizard's Resolve about 24 for 120 seconds in order to do it. The provision's not a problem. Getting a bunch of new lizards is really good as well, though. Can I at all get lizards that happy? Boy. Not really. Not really. Not very effectively at all. I mean, you know, that's going to be +3, +3. It's a total of 10 to the lizards at that point. I'm very much going to need to give them religion or jerky or something like it. It would be a much later pickup, our success on Lizard's Resolve. But also, so would building the capital. So I can wait a little bit of time here before I choose, I think. I only have 6 simple tools. We don't actually have that much production for late game resources, which does make me kind of nervous to break into a new glade at any point. Definitely can't do it in the storm. Okay. I also need to house a bunch of humans quite quickly. One. I can move the makeshifts, and I'm going to move them. Because that is some premium real estate for some people. And then that would be enough people to actually enact my previous plan again. Doop, 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 doop. As well as 4 of those. And then I could... Honestly, I'm just going to put 2 benches back here, 1 barrels, and then 1 barrel somewhere else as well. Where do I know I'm probably not going to... I'm probably not going to use this space. There you go. That should work out. So ultimately, what does that take us to? This is everyone bar 2 humans and 1 beaver housed. It'll get us to the next level of our encampment, so that's a district. A neighborhood, I think, next, actually. I'm gonna wait until the beaver actually has negative resolve before I focus on helping him out there. Leatherworker, you have made more than enough fabric. Don't need any more there. Thank you for your work. I feel like I'm going to want a bunch of flour as soon as I have access to flour. I definitely need 40 of it at a single time as well for the human relatives. Sorry, for the population influx as well as human relatives for the creation of the biscuits. So, I think... Yeah, we now have enough simple tools to break into a late game area and feel pretty happy about it again. Visitors with leisure fulfilled have a plus 10% chance of doubling their yields. I'm fine with that, considering I already have the brewery and already have all of the things needed to make ale. All I need to be able to do is serve ale. That's it. Okay. Moving this woodcutters camp to here. I'm going to tell it to cut through. More. I think I need more humans more than I want pretty much every other race there. I know I need to build 2 more human houses already. So that's non-negotiable. 2 of those go down. Then a beaver house and a lizard house up here would also be good. Although we can already just get to the next level with what we have. Where would I make oil, or should I maybe plan to just buy 40 oil from the next trader? Alchemical stuff? Luxury items, crafting materials, perks? Maybe. Seems like the kind of goods he might carry. Fuming machinery. I can use 20 bricks here. Yeah. And will do. In order to get 10 building materials back. Wow. 10 building materials, 8 parts, as well as 2 wildfire essence. With the 10 building materials there, I am pushed far enough towards building the citadel. Then there's also a simple tools here. I could get steel pickaxe, +2 to stone production. I also get 40 wine for trading, 40 incense for trading, as well as +2 to fabric production. Yes, we will open this cache. I really wanted to go for the amber and the reputation here, but nope, that's way too good of an offer. I'm not going to turn that down. It's very slow for a base. Unfortunately. That's the real kind of strain going on at the moment. I also really need to get this coal out of the ground so that I can actually use it to burn rather than burning all of my wood. The wood's burning inefficiently. Okay, there goes a mine. Let's move that forager's camp there, this one here, so that I can actually patch up the path. And, is there a play where rotating that's the way that I go with this? So instead it would be something like this. Probably not a good idea because I don't have the ability to walk through the back line just to get here, but do I even need to walk through that back line to get there ever? Not really. So then that could all actually be decoration. Okay. The reason we wanted to work that out is because then we would want to work out if we have a second way for people to access this coal deposit. I think if that ever comes, it's going to be after we build just up in this direction and across. Ooh. That would be better up there, but this one's better located. Okay. There's that mine. Actually, if I destroy it so that I can rotate it quickly... Let's go with this. That position right there, it gives me a 2 buffer between the end of the farm and the start of here, giving me the ability to place buildings there if I really needed to in the future. Also, I'm going to want to have enough planks. Let's upgrade your limit to 50 now that we're later in the game. Enough planks so that I have the ability to upgrade this quite quickly. It's reasonably far from both warehouses. I could see myself giving this a automated minecart. Vision's still working at the moment. Okay, all that. I'm just gonna half stash it at the moment. Actually, delivery is fine, right? Because Don't I have better carrying capacity for everyone? No, it's only people assigned to Glade events right now that have that better carrying capacity. Okay, so no, it does seem more like I want to go for the minecart. We can even see it there. Okay. Looking at our resources, we definitely have a lot more stone than we need right now, and that's from this stone that we have access to, but is that because I have +2? No, I don't even have +2 to stone production yet. I haven't even finished the research for that. And yet, here we are. Storm's up next day. I could see myself breaking into a Forbidden Glade at this point. I have a couple of free workers and I'm still looking for things to exploit to really give myself some extra strength. Surely that is the exact explanation of a scenario where you want to use a Forbidden event. Also, 5 more building materials would kind of go off. Yeah, give me up to a total of 20. If you could build those, please. Finally, a way for me to actually get another blueprint with all of these orders yet undone and all of these chests that are way juicier to open for keeping rather than selling off for the amber and reputation. I love the movement of that minecart. Get him, buddy. Soldier the Ancient. Welcome. Scouts can open chests 40% faster. I do like that a lot. Druid's Hut for the oil production as well as incense production? Not bad either. If you had oil to straight up sell me, I would have taken that. Unfortunately, you don't. Smoldering City. I've lost probably a couple of seasons I could have been doing things, but here I have the ability to give you a huge amount of flour, which is so good. You can also accept a bunch of herbs, Johnson, for 12 in return. Ooh, simple tools sell reasonably. But so does flour still. Maybe I even come back and sell some simple tools afterwards. Who knows? Gotta turn the back provisions possibility back on. New threat, lightning catcher. Weird contraption that attracts lightning. Its proximity to the settlement might have grave consequences. The hostility is increased by 400 points while I'm working on this, so I'm definitely not going to want to do it in the storm. And it destroys 4 random buildings in the settlement when it goes off. It gives +2 to building production as well as +10 to jerky production when you make pies. So I'm definitely going to want to take this. Looks like crystallized dew could be used to finish the event. If I tell you not to use any more crystallized dew to make simple tools so that I can actually hold on to that. By the time we get through this next storm, we might actually have the ability to do that. Right. Pack of building materials. Ooh, 30 copper bars. Also get one of our reputation points. Forum, Guildhouse, Market, Forester's Hut. I do really want a service because it will give 2 to Global Resolve for us just by base for existing. This is the ability to actually give leisure to folks. That's all I was really asking for. Also gives public lectures for bonus yields increased by 15%. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult to actually put this down, unfortunately. Oh boy. We'll find the space for it, though. Let's choose another order. Serving the people 60 food a bunch of times. Global food production is increased by 20% as well as the simple tools and oil, sure. You are still here, aren't you? But you do not sell any of those goods, unfortunately. I will just straight up buy 60 of these wherever it's available. And then burn at least 25 blight rot cysts, as well as produce the purging fire to do so. This actually gets me 40 of the skewers that I would require, as well as some more people. I'm gonna take it. Now that we're starting to actually get coal, I'm gonna tell you not to, I'm gonna tell you can burn coal rather, and not to burn wood. Good. Don't have to deal with the event just yet. This was just in case marked, so we're fine on that too. I mean, I can get a bunch of reed production if I need to, but I don't use the reed production for anything right now, so it doesn't make sense to prioritize. Do need a blight post now as well, though. So I'm gonna pop that there, and then pop a couple of hydrants in other areas. We'll favor the beavers very quickly there so we don't lose any of them before the end of the storm. And then as soon as the storm's over, we should be okay. Great. Extraction tools, work safety good. Trade hub, there you go. Gain 1 reputation point every time you sell goods worth 60 amber, but slow the reputation gain from resolve by 50%. I like the idea of that. I am still gonna keep trying to push towards utilizing that. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna try. Crystallized dew. So where does the crystallized dew even get harvested? It's not Crimson Reach trees. It's Muzzle Sprout trees. Do any of you have 1 dew in you? I think I can end up solving this with just dew. Heck, I think it's quite likely we end up doing that. Yeah, I don't need to have that many building materials at that point. I should have destocked y'all earlier. Definitely going to take the boost in coal at the moment, because just a wee bit of that is definitely necessary. I also think we need another woodcutters now, because I'm just not getting enough wood. Okay, we'll also move the forage camp even closer to the vegetables it's attempting to gain. How are you all doing in here? Making planks at a reasonable rate? I mean, I actually need to open these in order to be able to get more, so... there's a bunch of incense and flour. Ooh, I can definitely sell grain to the smoldering city. 25. Love it. I don't have many provisions, unfortunately, at the moment. It's main... Well, that and active trade routes are the limitations on me at the moment. Send 2 of you in to get... Honestly, I don't really care about all of these goods. These are goods that I am capable of producing. I'm going to send you to get 1 reputation as well as 30 amber. Actually, yeah, I actually have enough crystallized dew already. There we go. Send them in. This resolves low because the hostility is high at the moment, unfortunately. So after the lizard is having enough of a rough time, I can then favor them. That said, 7 levels of hostility does mean that we are getting plus 35% chance for bonus yields for production and gathering right now. Not bad, not bad. Get a leather worker to continue making those fabrics. Packs of provisions still being made. Good. Everything's right in the provisioner as well. Blight post. Yeah, I need to start making some purging fire. Also, I should make sure that I have a couple of buildings that I am fine with allowing to keep their blight rod cysts, because extra chance to double production, as well as workers move faster in the carpenter, seems fine to me. Because the carpenter can only contribute 180 total to the corruption here. Honestly, I apparently only have 3 cysts in the carpenter, and then where's my other cyst? Can it tell me? How do I see, like, corruption? Is it you? It's not you. Is it the mine? It's often the mine. It's not even the mine yet. Well, I'll be.
Yeah.
Let's throw some people into the mine, though. Oh, Lizard, your resolve is actually low enough to not be saved by this maneuver right now. Oh, because I assigned another woodcutter? Yeah, it took us to the next level, which made that a problem. That's fine. This'll work right now. We need 1 minute and 30 seconds more to actually complete this fully. That actually might get too close for the beavers. One thing I could do there is sacrifice some coal or some wood in order to decrease the hostility again. Sacrificing a stack of each is enough. Come on, finish the event. Reputation up, we get brick oven! Brick oven! That's the pie creation that we needed. So the pie creation from the brick oven then gives us jerky as well. The pies will be eaten by the humans and lizards. The jerky will be eaten by the humans and lizards as well. Finally, we have something we can do with all of the flour that we have and the insects that we have. Highest priority, brick oven. Seems of deathly importance to us. Welcome to Drizzle, and probably a period of time where I am going to be able to drop those effects. These 2 foresters camps still kind of want to work. Oh, there are a bunch of things up here for you. Go for your lives, folks. Leather worker is not required to continue making fabric in this area, but I will give you a new limit of 50, just so you know that I am serious about that fabric production. I am serious about this textiles industry, friends. I'm investing my heart and my soul into it. Not my money. Importantly, not my money. I do not believe it will work, but my heart and my soul are on board. Lightning catcher complete. It's going to be a decent amount of copper ore for us as well. It's fine. What can I do to make this settlement succeed? Let's give you 2 more lizard houses. I'm also not making bricks at any rate right now. Do I have any brick production, or am I going to have to... Nope. Actually going to have to staff someone in the crude workshop to do it. I mean, don't use the clay, though. We have a ridiculous amount of stone. So you can make up to a total of 10 bricks, though. So it's 2 for lizards, and then 1 for the beavers. And then I'm even gonna just put a garden back here. Sorry, a park. It looks like it'll fit quite well. 1, 2, 3, 4 night fern, and then I only need one more garden after that fact, right? Even if that's if I was using gardens, rather. Let's instead set up a... No, I'm just going to get another garden on the other side of the entrance, I think. It'll look very lush. We've only got one free worker. Absolutely fumbling their way through all of this at the moment. Trader routes as well. I've got to check back on these. I can sell some clay to the Smoldering City as well. Or I can sell a lot of flour to Johnson. Probably a pretty good rate as well. Yep. Get 25 back for that. I can increase my relationship with Silum just by selling them the rest of my clay at the moment, so I'll do that. And Johnson. There we go. Bunches of money. So with the brick production finally coming up, the brick oven should exist soon. Still no free engineers, really, at any point in time. I'm gonna move this woodcutter's camp into a less effectual position, considering there's only one person in it, and this one into a better one. So we have got our +2 to global resolve already. As soon as we have these houses built, as well as the rest of this, we will also get our +10% to global production speed. That's it. We've got more than enough fabric at the moment. No need for you to continue investing yourselves in that. But you could invest yourselves in the provisioner, because we are out of provisions and out of grain again. Sorry, out of flour. We have a bunch of grain. That's the one thing we have. I can also use some tools here to unlock one more cache. This will actually give us 30 oil. It's kind of close to population influx for us. Sure. New villager! Oh no, I broke into a thing! I'm gonna sacrifice some coal. I'm gonna take some folk off of woodworking. And then I'm gonna wait until the lizards are negative and then I'll favor them. I shouldn't have broken into a glade. I thought everyone was set to avoid glades except marked, but that's my bad. I've made a mistake. That said, I get to welcome some new people in, so I can't be too sad about it. The coal's not going to run out anytime soon, so I don't think I need to focus on that just yet. And the pie, though, the pie is a priority. There we go. I have sealed his book already. Yeah, I have sealed his book already. Getting 10 jerky for every 10 pie produced. Hey, there goes the next level. We're up to our neighborhood. Oh, the beavers are having a tough time too. That's fine. The storm is going to end soon enough. So everyone's going to get back to their positives. +1 insect every time we cut down 2 trees. I already have ridiculous insect production. I don't need that for that. Fiery Wrath. Resources you sacrifice in the Ancient Hearth burn 5% longer for each impatience point you have. We have barely any impatience points, and I don't think we're going to have many more before the end of the game. And Fungal Guide. Ancient mushroom farming techniques are described within. Mushroom production is +1. We do not have mushrooms on this map. I'm going to take the woodpecker technique, I guess. Slightly, possibly better, maybe? I don't know. Let's have some arrivals. Ooh, yeah, bunch of. bunch of beavers. We can now fully stock the mine with everyone that's happy about it. We can have 3 woodcutters camps, each filled with beavers, and we can have the carpenter filled with beavers. Okay. I'm going to tell them that a total of 15 purging fire is as much as I will ever need. Well, actually, I have to give them a total of 20 because that's the quest. 20 purging fire is the maximum I will ever need. Bliss? Finally! Finally, I can actually demonstrate the power of what we've been doing this entire time. Hey, Bliss! Scouts open chests 40% faster? Sure. Lower facility by 50 points? Sure. Simple tool production +1? That sounds good to me. I could buy a bunch of incense, but I don't actually need it. Bleeding trees, wine, oil, flour, not really. I mean, I can get scrolls, and that would give me the ability to actually educate the beavers. Because I do have the forum, I just haven't put it down yet, and the forum is leisure and education. So this is what we'd be looking at. Also, you know, getting 80 codes is not a bad idea. I'll give you a bunch of amber for that, and I guess as many of the building materials as you require for it to be complete. There you go. Thrilled with that trade. With that trade, we've also managed to, there you go, gain 2 reputation points. One of those gave us a temple. Ugh. I mean, that is the ability finally to use a religion. The unfortunate thing is that monastery is the other option, though, for actually completing the mission. Brickyard, for making bricks. I mean, I don't know if I need to specialize in that. I have so many stone that if I need bricks, I can just get them. Press gives us the ability to make oil. I'm gonna reroll. I want the monastery. I didn't get the monastery. I can get the kiln, that's slightly better. Coal production and brick production as well. I don't need the coal production. We have coal coming out of the other areas. I'm just gonna re-roll that later when I have some more money to do so. There you go. Not force me to do anything. Okay, I don't really need a manufactory. I'm gonna get the pigments, salvage that at least. And if you could actually break into this glade for me, I would be thrilled about it at this point. I'm gonna move all of these beavers' houses. I'm not happy about it, but it will make oh boy. Do you need all of the houses here? You do need all of the houses. In fact, you need 2 more afterwards as well. Let's just get the forum down first. And focus on the rest of it later. Thankfully, we still have the brick production going on. To tell you, your new limit is 15, though. Ayy, escaped convicts. If I only came down here earlier. 3 incense for every 10 roots produced. That also would have been really good for us earlier. 10 luxury, 5 villages, obviously. -7 in the global result while I'm working on the event. I'm tempted not to take the people. I'm not, no. I've been arguing this entire time. I need people. What I'm gonna do, get to see people and go, well, actually, if only those were people. No, let's stock it with 2 people to get 2 people. Or 5 people, I guess. This is 1 people to get 4 people. More people. I'm so glad that we now have pie and jerky consistently being eaten. Are you kidding? You're actually running out of flour? How? We make so much. I didn't even know that was possible. Okay. This is a grill for skewers. Skewers are made from jerky, which I would actually be able to do. I could literally just have the grill active and put one lizard in it to make jerky. To make skewers from jerky, because only the lizards will eat them, so it'll just give another bonus to the lizards. Although that's high resolve, and I don't really need high resolve. It's a little bit of copper bar production as well. Yeah, I'll still take it. Although it's asking for bricks at the moment, so I'll hold off, because bricks are currently dedicated to the forum. Come on, bring them home. You're still here, just working on the individual planks, simple tools. I mean, yeah, fair enough. I'm gonna raise your simple tool limit to 30. Finally, we'll have a forum. Start with 3 humans immediately. We've got plus 15% to our bonus yield production, and we are finally going to be educating as well as inebriating all of our friends here. Topside's still doing well, even whilst not directly managed that much. Let's get these woodcutters camps, just continue kind of opening up the zone a little bit more. So here we would only need 8 more comfort decorations, 4 more aesthetic decorations, and 2 more houses. So I really don't even know if I have the position for putting down 2 more houses at this point right here. I mean, if I just let myself open this glade, that's it solved. I'm doing it. What if there's a ruin in here that I can... Well, actually, the ruins... I've got another ruin down here to already resolve. So let's do that, because that will then complete the ruins mission for us as well. Definitely don't need all of you active for the blight post to be ready. We do need you to actually burn the blight rots, though, so we'll have one of you staffed. Now, I do need to use the simple tools and planks in order to actually have my workers in other areas do the work they're attempting to do right now, so I'm going to get a second cart, just auto-taking everything out of there. Everyone's resolve is ridiculously high, but I make my money by selling things. Speaking of, let's actually check in with my sales abilities. Johnson, I can give you 40 flour for 10 amber at this point quite happily. And I can in fact increase my relationship with you by also giving you 50 incense and 10 provisions for 15 in return. Barrels, I'm going to be using those. I'm saving up barrels at the moment for my the ale production later on. Although, Willow, you may have 60 of our grain. 30? We get 30 in return for that? Hell yeah. Tinkerer, kiln, artisan, and plantation. Right, of course, I was leaving myself the ability to re-roll these choices because I didn't like them. I mean, the artisan would be the ability to make coats. Really is what the artisan is proposing. Nah, re-roll. Market, clan hall, ranch, and herbalist camp. So the ranch, it's difficult to turn down just because I have access to so many vegetables, plant fiber, reed, grain. I would just be able to make meat at wazoo, but I also don't need meat out the wazoo. Cleanliness. No one cares about cleanliness? The beavers care about luxury, and they would actually be able to provide it themselves from the market, and the market would give us the global carrying capacity. I'm gonna do it. Let's set up the market right there, and in fact, I can even immediately build it. A human builder left? Cause sacred flame rituals? What? Oh, pay 3 wood for every villager. If you don't, they'll leave. Got it. That's because the hostility is ridiculously high at the moment. Let's lower that by sacrificing 2 coal per minute. Did I just discover a glaive or something? Why have I got such negative effects? Well, I mean, it's just looming darkness stacking on top of itself. For each level of resolve, I'm getting negative. For each level of hostility, rather, I'm getting -4 to resolve. Burn it away. Well done. Also removing that black rot cyst quite effectively. There's a couple over here if you want to work on them, bud. We've run out of coal to sacrifice. Could try and sacrifice wood. But that only really keeps us below 5. Blight rot's begun to mutate, creating more invasive terrain. Production buildings now also generate blight rot during the storm. Honestly, I think I can probably just wait out the rest of the storm. I don't see it causing too much of a concern. I almost want to get a second provisioner immediately as well right now. Trade logs! 1 additional trade route, and traders will arrive 25% quicker. Thank you muchly. Looking for any trade routes I can activate at this point. Selling off stone. I mean, yeah, I can get a bunch of stone very quickly. I don't want to sell off wine if I can avoid it. Something of clay, don't want to sell off clay if I can avoid that. Yeah, I'll sell off a bunch of stone, that's fine. Smoldering City can have 15. Amber's worth, at least. More humans. Thank you. So 2 more houses are being built down here, and then all I'm going to need is... honestly, I think I should just start building some more camps. I have a lot of people who are not working at all times right now, and it's... I don't need to optimize my chains, I just need to optimize my utilization of my tools at this point. My tools here being all of these characters that are not doing anything. Well done on making that house. Stock the cutter's camp. Oh, actually, that reminds me. I should definitely have one of you in the market. Honestly, probably 2 of you in the market, let's be real. And I need to make sure that my woodcutter's camps are all fully staffed. Oh, they are at the moment. I thought I unstaffed them in order to avoid some hostility at one point, but maybe that wasn't the case. Or maybe it just didn't persist until now. Either which way... Wow, we do not have any planks in the back. Stone goes there. Leather worker, do you still need another person for the fabric? Not at the moment. 2 more and 2 stonecutters camps there. That leaves us with 12 still not doing anything at the moment. What could they be doing? Collecting these eggs. Stone from there, that's going to otherwise be a little bit of a problem for my lining up of things. Sulfur the Ancient, welcome. Been waiting to see another person like y'all. Because I have some amber, and I think I'm going to have more over the course of your visit here. I'm going to turn auto collect off just so that I know when I have more trade routes to activate. Yeah, really what I'm going to be looking for here are general boosts. Maybe like coats. Any builder can carry 5 additional items is neat. I'm going to have the scouts opening 40% faster. And then I'm going to set up one of our woodcutters camps to try and get into a dangerous glade, a forbidden glade. Beautiful. And if I just tell y'all to effectively mine a straight shot up there, and if you make it 4 wide, I'll be able to move both of them in later. I also think I'm now at the point where I can start paving these roads. I don't need to use reinforced road. I'm just going to use stone. Because I know that I have a ridiculous amount of access to stone for the rest of this mission still. It's going to be kind of difficult for me to spend too much of it. And so, where am I going to move this to? Honestly, down there, does it count? It doesn't even count as being in my plot at all. I mean, I can move it 1 space. I can't even move it 1 space over. Why does it have to be a full 9 size? Well, I guess it's just gonna have to sit there for the moment. Get this extra woodcutters camp to help us out on this mission as well. Trade route complete gets me 30. Thank you, Willowshare. I should probably expand my slots. Any building can carry 5 additional items. Sure. And then I can expand my slots with the 2 that I have the most advancement with at the moment, which is Willowshare and Jonton. Jonton, I can sell you some pigment, certainly. Got a wee bit of that already ready for you. Another trade route immediately, well, another 2 trade routes immediately complete, in fact. Maybe I should have waited until I had a better relationship with Jonton, though. Oops. So, skewers, crops, wine, clay resin, cosmetics, sea marrow resin. I mean, I could take wine. What if I took all the wine and all of the ale? I mean, I'll give you a wee bit of money back for it as well. Don't worry, I'm not going to leave you high and dry. But I'll be keeping these. Okay. This grill has made no skewers. Maximum of 50 skewers at any one time. I'm gonna put 2 of you in there to start making it. Let's get 2 of you working in the stonecutters camp as well. Black post doesn't need to be continually supported at this point. In fact, yeah, you only need a person in there when we're in the storm now. Two in the scavenger camp. Okay, so I got 7 free workers at this point. That's closer to a reasonable amount. Like a controlled amount, I guess. And they can actually put down all of the roads that I've just set up. Hey, back with enough planks so I can take a couple of you out of the carpenters as well, thankfully. The provisioner has given us enough provisions to cover the ruins, so we now have +5 to workers assigned to glade events. Their carry limit. Oh man, this is a mission and a half. 35 barrels as well as a box of simple tools. 12 more of those. That goes our mission to get into a forbidden area. About exactly as you might expect right now. Rain mill, lumber mill, and press and scribe. The rain mill, not necessary. The press. Honestly, the press is mainly used here to give me the oil. I just need enough to make population influx. Scrolls, that's a lot of education I could get. I have some pigment, and I get pigment occasionally. I don't get wine, and I don't make wine at all, so scrolls are going to be kind of difficult for me to produce. In fact, scrolls would be very difficult for me to produce. I think I might even actually hold out for the reroll here. Because this is going to be our final blueprint. Well, we have 2 more blueprints total. But I do not have any more blueprints after these next 2. So I can't, take one that requires, pigment or wine. And then the next one needs to give me pigment or wine. Otherwise, I can't fulfill the first one. It's just a lot of bets to be making on myself in a row. Trade route complete. 6 back to us. I will sell you every vegetable I've ever seen. Oh, unfortunately, I don't have any more luxury goods to sell off to Silum. Just need some more provisions so that I can actually sell some stuff to Johnton as well. I actually think it's time for me to get a second provisioner. Increasingly, I think I'm going to actually need to do this thing where I need to make a second copy of a building that I already have down. It's a good thing. It's not something I should be resistant to. I'm just deeply emotionally resistant to doing it ever for some reason. Everyone's happiness is so high, even despite the fact that I am lowering resolve gain reputation by 50%. They are still managing to do it. Although we've also got 4 points of reputation just through selling things at this point. And I mean, yeah, I'll take the reroll now. Monastery. There it is. And then I don't want any of these. It's time to found our first monastery. Up and about here seems a good idea to me. If I put 2 more homes up here, actually, we could also try and advance this, so... Actually, another thing I could do is move this converted spirit altar up here. There you go, that's 9. And then I only need to put down a garden. And then gird that with fence posts. So that should be plus 10% to global bonus production yield chance. if I've got my head screwed on correct, that should be what that is. Oh, it looks like I'm actually one short. There we go. Some barrels. That'll do it. Oh, finally! I actually see a bunch of ruins. Sure, I am literally about to win the game, but finally I see a bunch of ruins. Wait a second. There's 10 artifacts here. I need to slow down on winning the game. I need to complete this event. I do not think I'm even gonna have time to complete that event before the game is gonna say WD, bud. Well done. Move on. I'm a little worried if I take on another trade route, it will actually just complete the game for me. Don't go to camp, that's nothing nearby. Well, that's what you said then. How about now? Okay, we've got a lot of hostility and everything's done poorly at this point. Oh, okay, maybe. Unstaff all of our working areas. Let's increase our resistance. I mean, honestly, I probably have a bunch of wood at this point as well that I can burn. There's no reason to be especially precious right now, I think. Simply all I need from you, game, is the allowance to last 2 minutes and 30 seconds longer. 2 hours is on mind, obviously, as a result of this run taking basically 2 hours. I had a plan, and then the plan got unplanned by the enemies not having any ruins in basically any areas that I was working into. Also, 1 farmyard. It was well utilized, I will say, but we were apparently supposed to have an average amount of fertile soil. This is 1 farmyard. Well, there's also one up in the corner there. I opened so many glades to find 1 farmyard. Let's go back to ignoring that there was another one. Proving that I was wrong about that. Oops. Biscuit production. Yay. Sure, that's fine. Finish the quest. Finish the quest. Finish the quest, finish the quest, finish the quest. Actually, it looks like we will do this in time. Nice work. The drainage mole was otherwise going to kill all villages and destroy all resource nodes and buildings within a 20-field radius. Okay, stonecutters and scavengers all kind of want to be moved at the moment. Do they actually need to be moved though? Can you please move the artifacts, actually? Because I'm about to just sell a bunch of stuff to Old Farloof as soon as you deliver those artifacts. Oh my god, deliver the artifacts. How far am I? Actually, wait, you have oil? I'm gonna buy 10 oil from you. And you may have as much as you need in order to give that to me. Now I can just pop population influx as soon as I need to. There you go. Artifacts. Take them all the way back to the base. Cart them, buddy. And delivered. Let's hand in our final gaining for ourselves 70 stockpile, 14 machinery, 10 to the artifacts. Prosperity 3, we also got 50 reputation points unlocked through Villager Resolve, as well as 80 trade routes. 20-minute adventure. Finish the game before year 12. Uh-huh. Appreciative nod for staying below impatience. Or keeping impatience below 4 for the entire game. We had a city, so we finished with 60 villagers. Honestly, it could have gone a lot worse. It just took a while because a couple things didn't necessarily flow into one another as much as I would have wanted them to. Let's go to the smoldering city here at the very end so that we can see what our deeds did for us. They are just an extra 100 XP for us, so no additional level for us, but we do have the ability to buy the embarkation bonus of planks, bricks, or fabric. It's not bad. Permanent 10% bonus to construction speed is pretty appealing though. I could do that as well as the 36, so I could get the embarkation bonus of coal and oil. Sure, let's do that, and then faster building as well as a permanent +1 to all available charges in resource nodes. But for the moment, as we get back to this start screen, I can say that my name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game. Well, the name of the game was Against the Storm. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There's a playlist in the top left, as well as YouTube recommendation down below, streaming past other names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. At or above the thank tier, and a special thanks this episode to Jazzy. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.